Hey everyone, I'm Dustin Stitt, author and founder of the Little Book of Poetry movement. And first of all, I just want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It should only take about 4 or 5 minutes to explain the project to you. I'm really excited to publish my first book, but I'm even more excited about what that book represents and what it can accomplish. I believe that there's still room in the world for contemplation and for writing. If you're sick of scrolling down Facebook looking at endless statuses about politics and last night's dinner, then I would invite you to be a part of this movement and be part of something real. For years, I've been in a quiet battle with myself. Not the loud, attention-seeking kind of battle, but a dangerous one nonetheless. Life struggles like coming from a divorced home, losing loved ones to alcoholism and cancer, and intense experiences within the military intelligence community all had me seeking some peace and quiet that at the time seemed impossible to find in life. Had I lost that battle, it likely would have caught everyone off guard. I like to think that despite my own struggles, I had a positive impact in some people's lives. So they probably would have talked about, what a nice guy I was, or how they never saw me struggling, but I was struggling. I just wasn't comfortable expressing that. After a while, when you come that close to not existing, though, sincerity is no longer such a scary thing, and I believe that people need a place to express that sincerity once they've reached that point in their journey, and that's what I'm trying to create here. One of my coping mechanisms during my own journey, to be healthy, was poetry. I would express the poison from my mind to take the edge off of all the pressure that was really threatening to overwhelm me. And then I had an idea based on that. What if I could take that venom from my life and my expressions and turn it into a blessing for someone? What if I could inspire other younger authors? What if I could give people who depend on writing a safe community for expressing that? Finally, I'd come up with a purpose that seemed worthwhile and like it was worth my time. That same week, I published a little book of poetry. I didn't spend hundreds of dollars on editing or marketing. The book may have its flaws, but so do all of us. And, I think that ultimately people will be able to see the cause and what it represents and get past the 1 or 2 typos that I didn't find, because I would rather spend that money on what it needs to be spent on than on editing and professional marketing. But so along with my writing in the book, there's a journal section in the back for your own writing. And I want to give you my personal promise that every penny raised off of this project is going to be donated to people in need or to worthy organizations. And there are 3 ways I intend to use the money. The first is random acts of kindness. It doesn't take a lot to let people know they aren't alone, whether it's paying for a stranger's coffee, having lunch with a reader who needs a talk, or buying textbooks for a college student who's just in a tight spot. Some of the money will be used simply to support people who have a genuine need for it. Secondly, and here's how you can stay involved long term, I plan to host periodic writing contests on the community page where people can submit a poem along with a pitch for an organization, and first, second, and third place winners will have a predetermined amount donated to their organization. Since it's in a public forum, even if you don't win, other people within that community may be inspired to donate on your behalf to the organization that you chose. And lastly, some of the money will be submitted to worthy organizations or organizations with worthy causes. And here you can think literacy and education, mental health awareness, wounded warriors, supporting organizations who help children in need. You can think cancer research. Really, the possibilities are endless, and that's just to name a few. And with every association or organization that we donate to, I believe that it'll generate more interest and involvement in the movement, and then that'll be further money to donate to other organizations or people in need. For every 100 books sold, will generate a minimum of $1,000 for charity. This is something that I really believe in, and with all your support, I promise to make it my mission to see it through. And lastly, to all the people out there who are having silent struggles right now, I want you to know that you're not alone, that I've got your back, and that pretty soon I suspect you'll see a whole community has your back. So thank you for taking the time to watch this. I hope you deem it worthy of your time, and thanks for sharing.